Valhalla, Cyberpunk bartender action is a game rated M for mature. Sunday, December 11th. Good evening. You look bummed, boss. Starting tomorrow, there will be no more corgis in our bar. Why wouldn't I be sad? Maybe because starting tomorrow, there will be no corgis at the bar. I wonder if the Shiba Appreciation Society might be interested in booking us. One problem at a time, boss. Wait, I know someone from the Pomeranian Development Institute. One problem at a time. Still, you've been tense ever since Friday. Are you worried about Gil or something? Trust me, of all my worries, Gil is the least of them. Put on some music and enjoy the day, won't you? Right. I think I know what the problem is, and it's concerning the main game. Ready. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Bartender, we meet again. Oh, Miss Betty. Hello. And Mr. Corgi Lover. Call me Deal. Deal. Deal? Deal. What? Wipe that satisfied look off your face, you two. What can I serve you today? I'll have a beer. I'm not the designated driver today, so give me a Fringe Weaver. Alright, coming right up. Fringe Weaver and a beer. One and... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ease mix. Fringe Weaver. Next is the beer. Beer. 1, 2, 1 powder delta, 2 Flanaguide, 1, 2, 3, 4. All mixed. Serve. Here. Thanks. Thank you. You seem distracted. Has serving so many dogs finally gotten to you? No, well, yeah, but it's not that. My boss has been acting weird since Friday. Weird how? Romantic weird? Drug addict weird? Let's hope nobody finds the body in the fridge weird. For starters, there's the fact that she only told me we were booked moments before we opened. Plus, she seems completely distracted or lost in her thoughts. Like you. Worse. Oh. She's not being herself, and that makes me wonder if something's going on. Like what? Do you run a human trafficking ring in the basement? No, we don't have a license for that. License? That seems like something that you shouldn't be able to have a license for. Oh well, thinking about it too much isn't part of my job. Can I ask you something about your job? Sure. I've always been curious. What does the BTC need in their bartenders? What do you need to study? They train you from scratch, so you don't have to study anything beforehand. What does the training involve? It's a lot of etiquette and regulation work. Most of the time, though, it's actually spent in simulations. Simulations? Different scenarios involving different chemical hazards, that sort of thing. They want you to be able to respond to every possible situation that might come up involving our ingredients. I mean, the chances for failure are really slim, but it's better not to take those chances. I see. I'll be back with you guys in a bit. I must attend to the other clients. Dogs. That. Oh, sure. They're chasing me, man. Who? The cabbages, man. Freaking cabbages. They're everywhere. They're out for my rump. Never mind. Can I get you anything to calm you down? A big blue fairy would be nice. Okay, then. Yeah, big blue fairy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 Flanaguide and few Karmatrine. All aged and mixed. Blue fairy. Here.
Thanks, very nice of you.
Something the matter? Nothing a drink can't solve. Not sure about that, but it's hardly my job to preach sobriety. What do you want? Give me a gut punch. Okay. This Fleabag wants a gut punch. I mean, that's a little weird to just call him a flea bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 Flander guide and a few Carmetrine. Aged mixed. Gut punch. Here you are. Thanks. Hey, you ever felt guilty for being born the wrong race? Whoa. The what now? I've just been hearing so much about how we're racist. I'm wondering, are you racist? Not really. Do you feel like other corgis might be? Definitely. I mean, then why worry? It's not like they're calling you racist. You shouldn't take generalizations personally. You might be right. Man, you should have seen the cutie I saw yesterday on the way home. She looked like a cat boomer. She was wearing a mini dress. I had this prosthetic eye. I think I know who you're talking about. I thought you were against people using prosthetics. I'm not against cute though. Besides, I'm not against prosthetics. I'm only against enhancements. I don't see a difference between the two. Alright, let me put it this way. If you lost an arm and replaced it with a mechanical arm, that does exactly what the older one did. I'm okay with that. But if you lost your arm and replaced it with a gun-loaded super arm from hell, that's something I'm not okay with. Even worse is if you decide to replace your arm because of fashion, or a whim, or to get better at some sport. That's completely not cool. That's the difference between a prosthetic and an enhancement. Replacement versus, enhancement. I'm of a similar opinion about Lilum replacing their factory parts for kicks. If you think that's going to be an easy way of getting better at something, you're in for a big, bad surprise. Well, I can see why you think that, but what suggested that to you that what she had wasn't an enhancement? If she had bad eyesight, wouldn't that count as an enhancement, even if it fixes it? How does reparative work factor into your ideologies? They might be enhancements, but they also replace something faulty. Well, dang it, stop making sense, you piece of scrap. You're weakening my resolve. Having fun? Oh, bartender, that was fast. There seem to be less dogs out today. At least, dogs that want to drink. Yeah, some of them ate their tickets. Ah, lovely. I'll be the one dealing with that later. Say, what's your take on the whole enhancement discussion, bartender? My mom had to say, saying, anyone can make a chandelier out of their butts. Which somehow means your body, your choices. If they're not hurting anyone, I don't see the point in hating them. See, Betty? Hey, I didn't say I automatically hate anyone who has an enhancement. Me being against something isn't the same as me being against someone. Fair. I'm not against some 12-year-old blindingly hating. I'm not some 12-year-old blindingly hating something. What? Hating someone because of something like that. Maybe you should practice what you preach. What does that mean? I fear retaliation, so I'm not saying another word. Are you two gonna order anything? I'm fine right now. She's drinking mine, actually. Alright, call me if you need anything else. Sure. Let's see. Ow! So much for avoiding retaliation. Lovely name. You're not gonna believe me. I was in the back bathroom and this other dog was looking at me from the top of the sink. You mean the mirror?
No, another dog.
I see. What can I serve you?
You're not gonna do anything about the other dog on the top of the sink?
I'm sure he doesn't want to hurt anyone. Don't worry.
I hope you're right. Well, I want something really sweet.
Coming right up. This pup wants something sweet. Sparkle Star, I guess. 1, 2. Powder Delta. 1, 2, 3. Age. Mix. Sparkle Star. Here you go.
Thanks. Please think about the thing with the other dog on the top of the sink.
I will, don't worry. Well then. That was quick. Like I said, there aren't too many dogs today. When I heard someone booked us for 3 days, I expected more of an attendance. While you were gone, this fella here said that the Bleeding Jane is better than a pile driver. Please, prove him wrong. All I'm saying is that I don't see the point in drinks that feel more like a kick in the mouth than a beverage. What do you think, bartender? Or do you think there's any point in discussing non-alcoholic drinks in the bar? In my opinion, people who order Bad Touch always make me giggle like an idiot, though. That's not an opinion. That's a statement. Oh, well, serve us either Pile Drivers or Bleeding Janes. We'll let you decide which one is better. Coming right up. Pile Driver and or Bleeding Jane. 2 of any of those. I'll get 1 of each. Let's see. Pile Driver. 1, 2, 3. Flander Guide. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. All mix. And next one is Bleeding Jane. 1 Bronson Extract, 3 Powdered Delta, and 3 Flanner Guide. All blended. Blend it up. Ah! Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that was the wrong one, almost. 1, 2. Ah! What am I doing? Ah! I'm fumbling. I'm fumbling hard. This is embarrassing. Mix. Here we go. Bleeding Jane. No fighting this way, right? Wow, you're quite the softie. Just kidding. Wise choice. No complaints here. How did you two end up discussing that? Well, it started when I told this guy that I wasn't as crazy about the idea of working just for corgis. Why don't you like corgis? They're cute and fluffy and funny, and they just, like, make you smile. Tell me one interesting thing about them. Let's just say they were created by a fairy, and that their breed was raised to fight dragons. Yeah, somehow I kind of doubt that. Oh, you have to be kidding. No, actually, I heard that one too. What? Really? Still, I can't see why you're so tired of them. Dunno, maybe because I only ever deal with them at their worst. You've only seen them in their happy state. I'm the one running feces samples and unclogging their sphincters if they eat their owner's dental floss. Ugh. I may be their veterinarian, but they treat me more like a mom and not in a good way. It's like I'm their gynecologist. Jeez. After a while, you stop seeing... yeah. Things. Whatever. Instead, all you see are issues that you must fix. At least they're cute issues. Depends. They can't pick their clients by age or preferences. I was talking about your job. Oh, yeah, that too. Still, I don't think it's so much that I'm tired of them as it is I'm tired of you being so obsessed with them. I'm not obsessed, I'm passionate. You sleep with a corgi plushie and have a wall dedicated to photos you've taken at the company. Yeah, that's kind of borderline obsession. Just saying. I'm really passionate. Too much passion can become an issue, you know. She's right. Speaking of issues, did you talk with the directors about the whole cardigan conflict? I was gonna do that tomorrow when they're all together. But I still don't see why I should be the one doing it. For starters, they don't take me too seriously. Understandable. I don't take you seriously either. I mean, in the end, they're still dogs. They need someone with a strong, commanding voice. Are you saying I have a naggy voice? No, not your voice, just your entire demeanor. So I have a naggy demeanor. I'm assuming you two are talking about the whole race conflict. Yeah, this is hurting them more than they think. The company might actually collapse at this rate. Which is terrible because a couple of the dogs' families are dependent on their paychecks. Doesn't that count as unethical and unusual treatment of animals? It's a bit of a legal gray area. The dogs are doing it willingly, after all. And even if they weren't doing it willingly, the dogs aren't actually being mistreated or exploited. In fact, the company is pretty relaxed. Speaking of relaxed, how's Jergen doing? He's fine, still complaining about his back, still unwilling to take his medicine. He says he's not that weak. Who's this Jergen guy? My guardian. I passed the test years ago, but I couldn't leave him. That's actually commonplace, isn't it? Lilum being unable to leave their guardians because they feel too much like family? Now, to be fair, people get attached to many things. Some even get obsessed with inanimate objects. My grandpa loved his car more than any of his sons. The ones whose will left all his earthly possessions to his car, right? Wow. Yeah, that one. How do you become a Lilum's guardian? You fill in form at the Artificial Intelligence Council. Then they do a background check. If they deem you useful, they'll give you an authorization. You're given a week's notice before they give you all the data about Lilum you're taking care of. You'll have to watch over it until it can pass 3 different personality tests. If the Lilum wants to stay with you after that, that's your problem. So it's like adoption and the lottery all rolled into one. They do that to diversify the possible outcomes. 2 Lilum can be of the same model, but they'll grow differently depending on their guardians. What if something happens to the guardian? A new guardian can appeal to the council, stating that they're more fit for the position than the original. This happening when a guardian has become unavailable in some way. Or because you can back up claims of neglect or maltreatment. You spit out all that information like it's hard-coded in you. I worked in that department for some time before coming to the STC. It's almost a reflex. Are you interested in becoming a guardian bartender? I don't know. I'm just a nerd when it comes to AIs in general. The money that they give you for it is not that great, though. I see. Well, time to check on the dogs.